What's up, everybody? This is Chris Franzak. I am currently in Taichung, Taiwan for the first time ever. My band Attila is on a Southeast Asia tour, and we're having a great time. But I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys about, does a band really need a record label? It's a question I get asked a lot, and I figured this would be a great thing to make a YouTube video about. So here we are in my hotel room. I'll show you the view real quick. Kind of cool. Let me put this down and let's get down to business. So, does a band actually need a record label? I think that this is a very good question that doesn't have a black and white plain answer, because I think it really honestly depends on your band, your style of music, and where your band currently sits in its career. So, Here's the main reason I think I get asked a lot, honestly, is because Attila is an unsigned band. And call out to, I say, fuck a record label. But I own a record label, so people are like, hey, do you like record labels or do you hate record labels? And I said, you know what? This is something that needs a long time to be explained. So here I am. Let's talk about it. This is going to be helpful for anyone watching, especially if you're starting a band, or maybe even some of my friends or peers who are already in a band. So I think the main thing that determines if a band needs a record label or not is your band's position in your career. Are you just now starting off? Are you well established? What style of music do you play? What is your future plans? For Attila, we are a metal band, metalcore, deathcore, whatever way you want to crack it. We're a heavy metal band, and we're pretty well established. You know, we're at a point to where we've been headlining Warped Tour the past few years. We have a big fan base. We have a lot of amazing supporters, like some of you that might be watching. So do we need a record label? No, because there's not really anything a record label in 2018 can offer us that we can't do ourselves. Granted, it is more work. Yes, we do have to work more, we have to put more effort, and we have more tasks to do, but at the end of the day, there isn't really anything a record label can offer Attila in 2018, unless you are a super huge label with massive connections like Universal or some shit. There's not really anything you can do for Attila, because let's just face it, we're established, we have our fan base, we can put our music out through TuneCore, we can release our music digitally, it's available to everyone, we don't really need a label. But, on the contrary, and here's where the but comes in, this is why there's no clear black and white answer for this. Let's say that you are a band just now starting off, and you're trying to make a name for yourself. You've got great music, you've been touring, you're ready to get signed. I don't think a record label is bad for the position that you're in, because record labels do have resources. Record labels will have marketing teams, publicists. They'll be able to help get your music on good Spotify playlists, Apple Music, you name it. And not to mention the main thing, which is they fund your album, they fund your music videos, they help take a lot of that weight off your shoulders. So if you're a younger band and you're trying to break through, of course, there is a lot that a label can offer you. And that's why the answer isn't yes, you need a label, or no. And that's also why Attila doesn't need a record label, but maybe your band that you're just starting does. And, I think the state of the industry right now is very interesting. And I think a lot of people that are old school music business people are very shaken up by the way things are changing. But let's face it, we're moving to a digital world, and it's easier for bands to be self-sufficient and release their own music. So my personal thought is that I think the future of music is going to be less about a label distributing your physical CDs and giving you a budget to record, and it's going to be more about marketing, which is what every band needs, is marketing. You could have the best CD in the world, recorded with the best producer, but if you're not marketed properly and pushed to the right people, you might as well have done nothing at all, because that's the main thing that matters at the end of the day. So for my record label, Stay Sick Recordings, and the future of labels, I think it's really going to be about marketing and what the label can offer marketing-wise to push you to a bigger audience. And that's something that I take great pride in with Stay Sick Recordings, is the fact that I'm able to take a band with great potential and give them an audience of listeners who are very open-minded and happy to listen to new music. And I think that that's a very exciting thing to bring to the table. So I think that that pretty much explains my thoughts on everything. If there's something that I failed to mention, I'll leave some comments on this video and reply to some stuff, so feel free to drop a comment. I would say the main thing I really want you guys to do right now is click the link in the bio and subscribe to my record label's YouTube page, Stay Sick Recordings. We have a lot of brand new bands coming out. We have a lot of established bands joining the label, and I think you guys are going to be really happy about the future and all the music that we have coming out this year and beyond. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this clears it up. Does a band need a record label? It's not really a yes or no answer. It really just depends on you, your band, what type of music, what stage of your career you're at, honestly. So great. Thank you guys, and have a good day. Peace.